I'm Kyle Fulton with Start Button News.
That's Kyle Fulton with Start Button News.
I'm Marie Wyatt with Start Button News, kind of.
And now Sony.
Yeah, Sony.
Sony E3.
Sony. There's a reason that on our website I have referred to E3 as look at how cute Sony is, they're really trying day. Because they tried their hardest to seem interesting. Essentially, it was about a half an hour of them saying, generic shooter, generic shooter, generic shooter, generic shooter, look, Chewbacca, generic shooter, generic shooter, Metal Gear Solid 4. Generic shooter? Generic shooter? Chewbacca? That's,
do it again.
No, that's about all they had, you know? I mean, I have to admit that Chewbacca thing was hilarious just because I'm pretty sure that the Sony guy, about halfway through doing it, realized how stupid it was and started laughing at himself. And Metal Gear Solid 4 continues to look incredible. I am extremely vamped up for Metal Gear Solid 4. Anybody that's watched the video totally gets that.
I'm looking forward to playing it on the Xbox 360. Aren't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Anyways,
they haven't announced that yet.
They haven't announced it yet, but they will.
Right. They will.
They will.
They will.
They will. Give it a year. Anyways, so Metal Gear Solid 4. The biggest thing to me is
they gave us another trailer.
They gave us a really good trailer. That
no gameplay footage.
Okay. Actually, if you actually watched what Hideo Kojima said afterwards, all of that stuff is the exact same quality that the gameplay footage will be.
They said the same thing about Killzone 2, and now look at it. Killzone 2's quality from E3 last year
has dropped dramatically.
Higher than this year.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I know, but the thing is, Hideo
Video
Kojima...
game culture are chronic liars.
Yes, they are, but you're really...
Look at our cameraman.
Look... But... Yeah, it's true.
Exhibit A.
Every 30 days or so, it's like, we got another thing coming. No posting. He doesn't make them.
No.
Anyways, I trust Hideo Kojima. I put my faith in him. He has never failed me on...
he's a chronic liar.
He's a liar about substance.
All people.
He's a liar about substance, but he's not a liar about quality.
Of all people, he's the
never lied about
liar
quality.
That there has
he's
ever
never
been.
Ever lied about the quality of the game.
I'm not doing another Metal Gear.
I'm not doing another Metal Gear ever. By the way, that was his was from Metal Gear Solid 2. Mine was from 3.
Yeah.
But anyways,
that's right.
And from 4, I am never doing another Metal Gear.
Metal Gear 5 coming out in the foreseeable future.
He even went so far as to lie about the fact that this would be the last Metal Gear by showing the trailer of Snake killing himself, and then soon releasing a trailer of that being completely debunked.
Yes. But so there is still a lot of good stuff going on. I really think that that's going to be the quality that we're going to get, because he's never lied about quality. He lies about substance, and he's clearly on drugs. But
the games are going to be quality.
It's going to be very high quality.
It's Kojima. It's going to be quality. We know that it's going to happen.
But in any case, what gets to me the best is that you can infer from the new trailer exactly why Liquid lived on through this arm.
No, let's not go into that.
I have to go into that. It's amazing.
Let's go back to the Sony conference.
No. Let me tell them. I gotta tell them. Let me tell them.
Spoilers. No.
It's not a spoiler. It's in the trailer.
Yeah.
You're not smart sometimes. Not all the time. Just sometimes.
Whatever.
That's a silly statement. It's not a spoiler if it's in a trailer, huh?
Get back to the point, or I'm gonna make you eat batteries.
Oh, well, I've always wanted to. But anyways.
That's a frightening
My point is, they finally explained that Fox Die is not a virus, but nanomachines. To me, that makes it completely plausible that he lived on through this arm in a science fiction manner. Obviously, it's still completely ridiculous and total bull, but it's the same kind of things we used to get on Star Trek. It's a pseudoscience explanation of slingshot around the sun and shoot that quasar. That'll take care of it.
And yet Kojima will still not admit that he's making a sci-fi game.
No, he doesn't admit that. which is hilarious to me. He still insists that they're not science fiction. They clearly are.
Although some rumors suggest that Kojima can see the future.
That
And that could be
that
why.
would explain everything.
Yeah.
Actually, and
Right.
he keeps saying he's not doing another one because he thinks he's making Metal Gear Solid 8 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the PS9.
On the PS9. But anyways, so
Which is a pseudo drug that you snort. And you think
the-
you're playing a game.
yeah, everybody remembers that commercial.
I
That was
know.
amazing. That was a cool commercial. But but anyways,
So, the other thing Sony had to announce was the fact that none of their games are coming out this year.
yeah, none of them.
None.
Not one.
Killzone 2? No.
Nope.
Resident Evil 5? No.
Nope.
Devil May Cry 4? No.
Nope.
What else was there? Killzone 2? I said that.
Yeah, you said Killzone
Final
2.
Fantasy 13.
Oh
No.
yeah, I gave
No.
up on Final Fantasy anyways.
Well, no, I predicted that was coming out in 09.
Yeah, you did.
09.
It probably is.
Yep, May.
Yeah.
May
No, fantastic.
of 09.
So the other thing that excited me, as I may have
Unreal.
mentioned, what?
Haze and Unreal are coming out this year.
Those are
Oh.
Sony's games.
Haze
well,
doesn't
neither
look
is
that
Resident
great.
Evil 5.
Unreal is Unreal. Whatever.
Yeah.
Haze
Unreal.
Haze looks to me, as my good friend Joe pointed out, like it's a spectacularly huge ripoff of Halo. Everyone's running
No,
around
that's
in
Killzone.
No, listen to this though. Look at Haze.
That's the ripoff.
But just look at Haze. Everybody is running around in Halo-like vehicles, wearing Halo-like armor, in a title that's spelled half like Halo, with the same font as Halo. It's clearly just them going, we can do Halo too! Look! Please buy our system!
Now, if you want to take an actual, like, factual view at what Haze might end up being like, you can look only no further than the company making it, which is Ubisoft, who hasn't made a decent game since, I don't know, the era of Batman for the NES.
Whoa,
Raymond
that's
Making
a...
rabbits.
that is a fun game.
Oh,
You are making a rash generalization there,
No,
my
I'm not.
friend, that I
No,
do not
I'm not.
agree with.
Ubisoft
If
is quite literally the worst game developer.
You say
Out
that
right
about
now.
Atari!
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
Atari
totally
makes
said
really
that
good
about
Dragon Ball
Atari.
Z games.
Well, anyways.
Price drop.
Sony,
the price
the
drop.
extraordinarily temporary price drop.
No, it's not even a temporary. It's a clearance sale to get rid of the 60 gig systems. Because they're
And then
like,
back up to the normal price.
I don't understand Sony in
They're
any
stupid.
way.
They're stupid.
And not at all. They drop the price of the 60 gig. Everyone gets happy for about a day.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I might be able to afford it now.
Right. In about
That's
a year
pretty good.
of
Yeah.
saving up, and then
In
they
about a year of
realize,
saving up.
and they realize,
Yeah.
wait, they'll all be gone.
Yep. No more 60
No
gigs.
more
after
60
that.
gigs.
No more 60 gigs
Now
after
you're
that.
forced to get an 80 gig, which I don't know why Sony even decided to develop, maybe thinking that, oh, this will be superior to whatever Microsoft decides to come out with, which ended up being better than that system anyway.
Yes, it did.
The Elite, which is 120 gigs,
Which is fantastic.
is better.
And it comes with an HDMI cable.
Yeah, and it
That's
comes
pretty
with the
nice.
actual cable, which is
Yeah.
like, what, $40
Yeah.
to
They're
buy
expensive.
separately?
They're expensive.
Sony.
I'm
learn a
totally
lesson.
considering getting an Elite. I
The
don't
Elite
have a
is
360
the
yet.
Elite's the only way. But you know, you might want to wait on getting the Elite though, because
I'm
they're
gonna wait a
still
little while.
they're still using the old chip, which 33% of Xbox 360s get the
Explode.
red ring of death.
Thank you for the 3-year warranty, though.
That's such bull. 3-year warranty. Recall the system, you horrible people.
Yeah.
I'm so angry
If you've
at
got
Microsoft
problems
right now.
with it, then bring it back, fix it, and give us a new one.
Every
I
6
mean,
months, extending our warranty isn't going to satisfy people who have an Xbox that is going to fail irregardless because
Yeah.
it's horribly made.
It's gonna fail no matter what. I'm gonna wait.
The new chip, I'm looking forward
I do
to.
intend to own all 3 systems. There is enough stuff for the PS3 that's actually... Oh god, we're on the Sony one. Why are we
I know,
yelling at Xbox?
Well,
Okay.
we're talking
Sony.
about new
Yeah,
versions
the
of
80,
the system.
80 gig.
Yeah.
The
Guess how many
80
new
gig.
Wii's there are?
How many?
None.
Yeah.
They're all the same,
Yep.
which is great.
Yeah. They don't need to.
Because I got one at launch.
So did I.
And
we got it the same day.
I'd feel bad
We
as a
would have had that
consumer.
footage if the cameraman had done his job.
I'd feel bad as a consumer if an updated one came out.
Yeah, so would I.
And I had already dropped 250
I would
bucks.
totally hit myself in the head
Yeah.
with a bat about the face and neck area.
Now, of course, they update handhelds constantly.
That's okay, though.
But that's okay.
That's alright with me.
That's not really
It doesn't
that
really
expensive.
affect anything.
That's not really
anyways.
that expensive.
Yeah, if you sell your old one and you buy the new one, it comes out to you only paying like half price anyways.
Yeah.
So it's
well, no,
okay.
the system in general isn't even that different.
No,
it's
they're
like
not.
light settings.
Yeah, I really do want a DS Lite still.
They're
but-
pretty.
Everyone, send me a DS Lite! I'm just...
Preferably
Send him a
pink.
DS Lite.
I don't care what
Yes,
color
pink,
it is.
Beautiful,
It's just so
lovely
pretty.
pink for Kyle.
It's just
Okay.
so pretty.
Yeah,
Look,
so back
when,
on the Sony
when the color
conference-
blue feels like it's hurting my face because it's that blue, I want it. But anyways,
In other news,
anyways,
How about
Sony.
those people who bought the 20 gigs?
oh wow!
Oh, those poor people.
I would have liked to have been a retail outlet salesman at Best Buy,
Those poor people.
trying to sell a 20 gig system
20
because
gigs?
you would have to be the most skilled liar in all the world to pawn one of those off. The 20 gig system came with nothing.
It's
It
got
had
20 gigs.
nothing with it. Like, okay, not only was it 20
Gigs?
gigs, but if I'm not mistaken, it didn't even have built-in Wi-Fi.
Didn't have built-in Wi-Fi.
It didn't have any ports for the HD, if I'm not mistaken, or no, it did have HD
No, it
ports.
didn't have HD ports.
It was missing some other things, though.
Memory card.
It was
memory
missing.
card reader.
No,
You
the
know
new
how-
one doesn't have memory card readers.
Oh, I'm remembering of the version I saw at E3.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh,
Congratulations.
the one that they promised us that
The
never,
silver one
that never
The silver
came to
one
be.
that-
with the
came
boomerang.
That came with 3 Ethernet ports.
Yeah,
Can hold
yeah.
up to 7 controllers.
You know what I always found funny?
7.
No,
yeah,
no, no.
I know.
Yeah. Well, look, you know what I've always found really, really funny with that silver PS3?
What?
If you search the web as much as I do, because I have a job that promotes it,
Yeah.
you tend to find things that are like giving away a free PS3, right? And they're still using that old picture of the PS3 Silver with the boomerang controller,
Oh.
and I just sit there and laugh because I'm like, that doesn't even exist.
No. No, it
That's
doesn't.
that's like a website saying free hoverboard. You know? I mean, and you're just like,
yeah.
free hoverboard? Sign me up! Just put your credit card and social security number in the dotted lines and you'll get it. You know? I mean,
I might fall for the hoverboard, but I am not falling for that PS3.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like
Who are
at
they
least the
trying-
hoverboard is plausible.
Right, yeah.
So-
Who are they trying to fool? Seriously.
No,
Yeah, the PS3
The
conference is,
only
what else
thing-
happened?
Yeah,
Yeah, Chewbacca.
Chewbacca
Oh, okay,
came out.
well, yeah, we'll mention the PSP.
That was kind of funny.
The new PSP looks actually promising, if they have games.
Yeah.
Which they are actually...
It was the PSP was
slowly-
never a poor system.
they're-
It just
Yeah, it never was.
didn't have any.
Never had
games.
any games, yeah. But it's
wants
slowly...
to-
New games are slowly trickling onto
The
the system now.
thing that made me laugh
It's
the
actually
most
becoming
is that
viable.
they now. Well, the thing that made me laugh the most is that they included a port now so that you can plug it into your TV and you can watch movies from your PSP onto your TV. Which at first
But
sounds
why
like a
would-
great idea.
why would
but
you?
then you think about it.
The resolution...
It's like, why don't I just get a DVD player?
Well, the resolution quality would be so poor.
Well, yeah, it would be very poor. Plus, essentially what you're doing is you're paying for a portable, smaller DVD player
Yeah.
with absolutely no special features.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, anyway, the new PSP system
Hold on,
actually looks
I
pretty
kind of have to
good.
come in with that.
Oh
With
God.
what one?
With the whole video output. Sony's
That's
actually.
gonna be
I'm Keith
terrible.
Dodson, cameraman.
He's a
producer.
chronic liar.
Yeah, he's the chronic liar.
Don't
Every
listen
time
to
that they've said, hey, we've got a new update coming up and there hasn't been an update, his fault.
My bad, yo.
Go.
So,
Get it over with.
Sony is actually doing something half-heartedly, but something that I've been saying since 2005 that they should do. When I first saw the PS3 at E3, I was surprised that it did not have a built-in UMD drive.
Yeah, I'm still surprised about that too.
Mm-hmm.
And people asked me, why? when I was working at an unspecified game store. I said, for one thing, people are buying these movies for $20, $30,
Yeah.
and they can only watch it on one system. If you can take it home and pop it in and watch it on your PS3, that would be great.
It would also
That'd
defeat
be
the
slightly
purpose.
more worth it, but it would
And
defeat the purpose of the
in-
Blu-ray player.
Well, no, not really, because the quality is pretty crappy on a UMD.
Well, of course it
Now,
is.
in retrospect, I've often looked at the fact of why there wasn't a UMD player on the PS3, and the biggest reason I can find is that UMD's video resolution is made for the PSP and not a home TV,
Which I understand
which
completely.
is why that would look awful.
Yeah, it
Which,
would
which
really-
I could understand completely, but my other thing is, you could plug in your memory stick. You could put in the game if it had a UMD drive, and you could play the game at home on your TV, and then you could take it with you. I thought that would have been a great idea if Sony
That's actually a pretty unique idea.
That would have been a great idea.
That sounds
Yeah.
doable.
Well,
But-
still the best connectivity we've ever seen from handhelds and actual systems has still been from Pokemon Stadium,
Yeah, and
which
Pokemon
is
Battle Revolution.
pathetic when you get right down
When
to
you
it. as
think
far
about
as
it, that is
connectivity.
pretty pathetic.
Yeah.
I mean, great games, all of them, but
We've been promised connectivity from handhelds since 2000 and haven't seen much of it in fruition yet.
yeah, we really haven't. It's kind
Sony,
of disappointing.
thank you for creating UMDs, Universal Media Discs, and having only one player that will play them.
Yeah, Universal.
Yeah, it's universal, yeah.
It's
of course.
Universal
If
as
you-
long as you want to play it on a PSP.
Yeah. But,
Wait,
they're
wait,
still
wait,
backing
wait.
it,
Okay,
though.
I have
they,
to-
They recently announced that they're
I'm
still
back.
backing it.
Yeah.
I know they're still back.
Yeah, they're still backing it.
It's stupid.
It makes no sense
Okay.
because Walmart and
We're
Best
running out
Buy
of
both
time.
kicked them out.
We're running out of time, and I have one more thing to say, which is the single good game that I've seen that is going to actually be exclusive on the PS3 so far. I
Final
still
Fantasy
refuse
13?
to. I refuse to acknowledge.
Final Fantasy 13.
No. Nope.
Blasphemer.
I give up. Final Fantasy 12 was their last chance. They blew it. I'm sorry. Square Enix, you guys have lost me, and I'm gone. I'm gone. We'll see. If maybe
what game?
maybe
What
if
game?
the summoners weren't if the summons weren't Transformers,
That was awful.
that's stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe you'd still have me. Well, anyways, so it's
That
called
was funny.
Infamous. Essentially, the concept of it is it's very, very similar in concept to Crackdown, which is that it's a Grand Theft Auto sandbox setting with powers. But the thing that's getting me about this is that instead of it just being blah blah blah, you go against them, you do this, it's true sandbox. You're just a guy in a very corrupt city that just suddenly gets powers, just all kinds of powers. I didn't see Flight on there, but I think that's the only one I didn't see. The guy's shooting lightning, the guy is
Flight's a
picking
given,
stuff
though.
up,
The Flight's got to be a
the
given.
guy's climbing buildings, he's doing everything else. It's very, very simple plot line. Corrupt city, you either
Who's
decide...
developing this game?
I don't remember. But it looked incredible. You either decide, I'm going to destroy what's left of the city, or I'm going to save what's left of the city.
I'm
It's just a
extremely skeptical
superhero
about
game.
this.
It's a superpower game where you can either be the villain or the hero, and it's completely
Skeptic.
sandbox. I know, you're always skeptical, but that's okay.
Skeptic.
A game from Sucker Punch, the team that brought you the hit Sly Cooper franchise. With this game, we make our debut in the emergent gameplay sandbox genre. Players will discover and grow extraordinary powers, fighting villains in an organic and open city as they choose a path between superhero and anti-hero. Are you ready to become infamous?
Some would call him an anomaly. The tragedy he unleashed created powers within him. Torn between the ruins he created and everything he has become.
I would also
Sandbox
like to
games
point
are
out.
notoriously
I would also
hit
like.
or miss.
Yes, they are. They are. But I stand by this one. All right. Well, I think that's about it for things that we can talk about on Sony, unless we really want to talk about Assassin's Creed, which, as we all know, is going to be amazing.
It's
But
Ubisoft. I'm leery.
Look at it.
It's Ubisoft.
Look at it.
It can look as pretty as it wants to be. And
It's not the prettiness. It's the. Hey,
It's
look,
still turning
stairs. Oh my God! I can actually walk up them. Hey, look. Some sort of ledge that if this were the real world, I could totally grab and pull myself out. Oh my goodness, I'm doing it!
But you can do that on 360s.
Yeah, you can do it on 360 instead of on the horrendously expensive still PS3. So, I'm Kyle Fulton. Good night, give me money.
And that's Kyle Fulton. Good night. Give him money.
That was Kyle Fulton. Good night. Give him money. Not.